Good morning, precious Mwah, 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 mwah. How you doing, baby? Happy Tuesday. And today on Coffee and Conversation with your girl, Shakenya, when you get a minute, go to that YouTube channel, Shakenya, and hit subscribe and follow me on Facebook. Coffee and Conversation, because that's where you get it firsthand. I ain't gonna even hold you up. That's where I go live most of the time. If I can't get on no other phone or no other platform, Facebook gonna do it for me every time. So that's where you can always find Coffee and Conversation. But yeah, the YouTube channel. So y'all, today we in the closet with it. We in the new closet. I'm trying to make sense of it all. I done got everything from the basement upstairs. The only thing I didn't bring up was my shoe chair, and that's because I haven't found out where I'm gonna put it at. I want to put it in this space, but I don't know. I gotta see, because remember, I'm just going off the fly. I ain't sketched no diagram out for this closet. I pretty much just said, you know what, whatever I got downstairs, I'm bringing it up here and I'm gonna make it happen. And that's what I did. So everything is up here so far. So now it's putting everything in order and organizing. And I don't want to do too much of that because I'm going to paint everything. I want everything white up here. White and gold. White and gold is the theme. So everything that you see is black. Is going to be white. So that means I got to take all this stuff down and put it back. But when I put it back, everything is going to be color coordinated. You know what I mean? The shoes is going to be by the purses that it go to. You know, the colors for the season is going to be. The stuff that ain't supposed to be hanging up is going to be packed away. Depending on, right now we getting into fall weather, sweater weather, you know? So, yeah. But today is a little extra. Go get some snacks. First, let me find a seat. Woo, I'm gonna need somebody to help me get up, baby. But I gotta put these shoes up. Do you know why attitude adjustment is so successful? My youth program where I deal with children with behavior issues. It's because we solve problems. Many of the problems you have, I don't have a magic wand per se when you come, but I do solve the problems that you bring to me, as many of them as we can. We don't solve all of them in that one meeting, of course, because the meeting usually lasts an hour, hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, depending on what we're doing and what we're talking about, right? I don't try to just end it. If we own something right there, we're having an emotional connection, we're having a breakdown, I ain't about to say, oop, your time is up. And run and get my credit card machine. I'm not going to do that. Or wait, go on to send me that PayPal because we're running into another hour. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I do try to keep them up under that time, though. But if they do go over, my job is to help you. So if I have to go over a little bit, I will, you know. So, yeah, I try to solve the problems. And I use the word we. Yeah. I don't have all the answers. I don't dictate to you. It is some things I do request of you in the program, but I don't just say, you got to do that, you got to do that, you ain't doing this, you a bad parent. I don't do that in the meetings. We do it together. Yeah, we decide together what the solution should be to the problem, meaning the parent, the child, and myself. We decide together what we need to do moving forward. So we discuss the problems and we decide the solution. The child says they hate when the parent yells. For example, they got that on their list. They hate when the parent be yelling at them as soon as they come in the house, blah, blah, blah. The parent's defense, the parents say they yell because the child didn't clean up the kitchen. By the time they get home, kitchen should be clean. So what the problem is the child not cleaning, doing their chores, what they're supposed to do, which is cleaning the kitchen, right? So how do we get the child to clean the kitchen? That's what we got to figure out. How do we make that happen? How do we get this child to clean this kitchen? So you know what I do? I ask the child, how long does it take First of all, I ask them what they got to do in the kitchen. They tell me they got to wash the dishes. They got to wipe the counter off. They got to wipe the refrigerator off. They got to wipe the stove off. They got to sweep and mop the floor. They got to put the rugs right. Whatever it entails, they tell me what it is. And I ask them, how long does it take you to do that? Usually the average time be like 20 minutes. 20, 30 minutes, depending on how many people in the house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, about 20 minutes. So I remind them of how many hours it is in a day, right? Then we calculate how much time they have from the time they get home to their bedtime, right? So I try to talk to them about coming in right away and doing the dishes. Yep. If this is going to solve your problem, meaning that as soon as you do these dishes, that parent ain't got nothing else to say to you unless it's good, happy thoughts. You ain't got to worry about them hollering at you and cussing you out because the dishes is already done. And if it only take 20 minutes to do that, and then you got the rest of the day to do whatever you want to do, whether it be play your games, get on social media, watch TV, relax and not do nothing. You have that option to do after you do what you're supposed to do, right? So we talk about that a little bit. So I try to give them ways to occupy them while they're there. So I usually tell the kids, listen to music. Most of them like listening to music. They usually have their headsets and stuff on or whatever, listening to me. So I tell them, that's about 4-5 songs. So you got about 4-5 songs of standing there doing what you're supposed to do. You dancing, you singing along with the music, you washing these pots and pans, you You know what I'm saying? 20 minutes, you're done. I make that make sense to them. Yeah. I make it make sense to them. So everybody happy now. Problem is solved. Yeah, problem is solved. So now it's part of their routine. Yep, coming straight in, doing the dishes, sitting down, doing their homework, and then doing whatever it is that they do throughout their day. That's part of their routine now. So we figure out the problem and then try to solve them one by one if we can, right? All problems aren't that simple. I will tell you that. All of them is not as simple as that. Dang. I'm gonna be up here for a minute. Okay, let me see. But every problem has a solution. It's a lecture day. I'm gonna try to stay the script. Another way I get the kids another thing I do in the meeting is I give them a clean slate. Yep, so in the program, I give them a clean slate after the meeting. No matter what they have done and no matter what the punishment is, the parents have to restore privileges. Usually I get into trouble with the parents at this point. Yeah, they don't like me too much right now because they don't punish this child. And they had every right to do so because that child down did this, that, and the third. I don't know if I want to put my gym shoes over here. I don't. I want to put the gym shoes over there on the back wall. I think I just want the heels over here. I know I got to add some more shelves today. Yeah, so they don't like me. So whatever, it's up to them. And then it's up to them to keep the privileges. Meaning that after y'all leave here today, if the child does anything and you feel that they need to be punished for doing it, you punish them accordingly. But the goal is for the child to have a clean slate and keep a clean slate. Meaning that they don't do nothing to add on, you know, and then they feel like they're reborn again in a sense, you know. They don't have none of the troubles and struggles on their back, you know. They get their phone back. They get to watch TV again. They get to play the game again. So now they know the joy of that. Now that they got it back, they're going to do what they can to keep it in the mind. They're going to do what they can to keep it, right? But as a parent, you got to uphold your bargain. You got to do your part in it. These cute. I ain't wore these in a year. I gotta wear them somewhere because it's getting cold. That means I'm gonna have to go change my climate or something because I ain't wore these all year. Them some beasts too. Gym shoes. Yeah, so I asked the parent, did you do what you were supposed to do? Yeah, did you restore our privileges? Yeah. So when I do my follow-up, I've had a couple of parents say that the child's still acting out. Oh, they still acting out. God dang, what to do now? Oh my God, So I asked them, well, did you do what you were supposed to do? And they'll tell me, well, yeah, I did this, this, and this, but I didn't do that. What you mean you didn't do that? Why you didn't do that? Because I didn't do that. I didn't feel like they deserved for me to do that. Well, that wasn't part of the plan. that wasn't part of the plan. You don't come to me for help and then decide to do what you want to do and then blame me for it not being done. Well, wait, hold on, slow your roll. So when they let me know what the child was doing, this happened a couple times. When they let me know, I like these too, what the child was doing, it was the same thing that they were doing, the same behavior that was attached to that privilege that they took away. I think it was they didn't give them their phone back or something. And when the thing that they were doing to get the phone taken, they started back doing. And that's the reason why they brought them to the program. But you didn't do what you were supposed to do. Why didn't you get that child their phone back? I told you that was part of the whole healing process for this baby, right? So that was that. You don't come to me asking for help, and then do what you want to do, go rogue on me, So yeah, it's a method to my madness. Trying to stay the script. And then another thing that I do in the program is the timeline. Yeah, this is the clitcher right here. Yeah, this is it. This is what we trying to channel where the behavior started, where it came from. So we can let me see. People seek my program at different times. Yep. Sometimes they seek the program when the child down been excluded a couple times. Then they come looking for me. Yep. Some people wait till the child down been excluded so many times. Now the child is going through expulsion, can't go to no schools. Now they looking for me. Then you got some parents who ain't never instilled discipline in their child, and now their child is big as hell and almost bigger than them, and now they looking for me. Now they looking for me. Now I gotta find a program because this kid is too big for me to be whooping on, and blah blah blah. And now they looking for me, right? So what we do is, when we do that timeline, 9 times out of 10, we can try to pinpoint what happened to cause this behavior, right? And I usually say this is something broke the baby. Something broke the baby. Because kids don't typically just wake up and choose violence. You know what I'm saying? It got to be something going on in that environment. It got to be something going on in that home, in that area, in school. It's always a reason. It's always something happening. Kids just don't break. Something broke that baby. So we got to figure out what broke the baby. So usually when we do the timeline, we try to figure out what happened. Yeah. Sometimes it's a divorce that might break the baby. Sometimes a separation might break the baby. Yep. Sometimes a move to a new house, new state, new city might break the baby. Yep. Changing schools might break the baby. Death of a loved one or a person might break the baby. Absent parent would definitely break the baby. Yep. No mother, no father, definitely break the baby. So we try to focus in on that. Yep. In divorces, most children feel like it's their fault. They feel like they're the reason why the parents are getting a divorce. Then they think about all the bad stuff they done probably did, getting in trouble at school, and they carry that burden and that weight on their shoulders. They feel like they're the reason why the parents are getting into it in a divorce. And separation, same thing. Yeah, y'all not getting along and talking about each other, cussing each other out around the baby. The baby got to constantly defend the other parent to you through the separation. Like, a lot of that plays a part in how this baby is feeling and their emotional stability, right? And their mental state, right? So you got a lot of anger. You got a lot of helplessness because they can't do nothing. You got a lot of that going on, so we got to be mindful of that when we make the decisions that we make and we do what we do, right? So, most kids want to see their parents together. Every child that I've serviced wish their mama and daddy stayed together. So that's one thing that I teach my parents when they come through the program that you got to understand. That's the first, right off the tip. Hey, it come out right, but you know what I mean. All our kids want their parents to be together. So if they want y'all to be together, they definitely don't want y'all to be fighting when y'all apart. The move, making new friends, yep, getting to know the surroundings, getting adjusted. That can be tough for a child. Yep, have to start over again. Changing schools, same thing. Making new friends. Maybe your child was probably popular at the other school. Yep. The captain of the team. Now they got to start off at the bottom. You know what I mean? Maybe they was the best this and that, but now they already got a best this and that at this other school, right? So they got to find their way again. They got to make new friends. They got to figure out their way. They got to regain their popularity back if the people don't know them at this new school, this new place. That could be a lot for a kid. Yep. That can cause a kid to be withdrawn. That can cause a kid to become distant. That can cause a kid to become angry. That can cause a kid to act out. So, let's see. Absent parent. Every child wants a mom and a dad. Why wouldn't they? I don't know, because y'all be so quick to take the other parent out the child's life, and I just be thinking to myself, what are you thinking about? What are you really thinking about putting this child at a disadvantage by taking a mom or their father out their life or turning them against I don't trust nobody that don't love their mama and their daddy. I don't trust nobody or deal with nobody that don't treat their mama and their daddy with respect. Because if you would turn on your mama and your daddy, you damn sure gonna turn on me, right? So I don't deal with people like that. I don't deal with people, your family dynamics all messed up and you ain't trying to reconnect and you ain't trying to respect your mom and I don't even want to deal with you, period. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what child you would have to do. So for a child to not want a relationship with you and for a child you would have to have done something to that child for them not to want to be a part of your life. You would have to have done something. And that's usually where the neglect and abuse come in at, right? But if you ain't did none of that, somebody got to make it as if you did. So that means that other parent has to use those manipulation tips. They have to lie on you. They have to create a narrative. They have to tell a story to make other people understand why you are not in this child's life. And it's usually they're making you a deadbeat. They're making you seem like you ain't nothing. You unfit. They're thinking of all these lies in most cases, which are to get them to understand or be on their side that this was the best thing for the baby. So taking you out, the most important part of this child's life, out their life, is the best thing. That means y'all couldn't talk. Y'all couldn't come to a medium. Y'all couldn't agree to disagree. Two grown adults now that share something so precious. Y'all couldn't sit down and talk and communicate and come to a equal, a medium. What? That don't even make sense to me, right? So, yeah, such a way, individual, for them to make a conscious choice not to deal with you and cut you out their lives, right? Because there's some people running around here, they don't have no, I ain't seen my daughter. How's that possible as a mother? I know you must think I'm horrible, right? I'm a piece of ass. Yep, I ain't no good. Yep, I'm unfit. Yep, it got to be a reason why that daddy took that baby. Yeah, daddies ain't just taking babies. No, I remember we had a meeting with this family. I had to find the daddy on Facebook. He wasn't answering nobody calls, baby. I had to find him on Facebook and tell him to come to that meeting so he can get this baby because the baby was about to be removed. Daddy's not doing that. Most daddies know their place. And every daddy knows the importance of a child being a parent, a mother, being in a child's life. Yeah, ain't too many dads doing that, right? Mine's is an exception. I don't know too many dads that's doing that, for real. Not even trying to prove a point, right? You got some dads that try to make it seem like they doing more or they the single dad because they trying to get some, right? Because they know we love a daddy that's just a daddy, don't we? We just love a man that's single. He taking care of his kids by himself. Oh, I love you. Yeah, some men do that. Try to make it seem like they're doing more than what they are. Making it seem like they're more than who they are. Like, you'll be surprised why men do what they do to get some. You'll be surprised. So, yeah, daddies ain't doing that. Yeah, that lies. When I think about my baby should have had more good memories with me than bad. That's why I don't understand the total disconnect, the not being in our life. She should have had more good memories than bad. Even when things were bad, they were good. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. So yeah, she should have more good memories about us as a family than bad. Especially with there being no abuse or neglect. Yeah. What would be the reason for the disconnect? Yep. I did everything I was supposed to do as a mom. I did everything you did and probably more. Yeah. Not saying I'm better than you or nothing like that, but it was certain things that I did that was traditional, raising my children, and then I took it a step further. Like as far as introducing them to business, introducing them to credit, letting them know the importance of home ownership, trying to put them in creating a business for generational wealth. Yeah, stuff like that. I was, breaking generational curses, stuff like that. So, you probably, I don't know if you're doing that or not. And I'm not going to say you're not. But yeah, I was doing everything I was supposed to do as a parent. It shouldn't have been no reason why she even wanted to leave. Yeah. And it's the experience that I've had that plays a part. Yeah, I've been a mom since 17. And I'm not bragging about that, but I'm 51. So that's a long time. I've been a mama longer than I've been a woman, a girl, a wife. I've been a mama first almost. You know what I'm saying? I went from a little girl to a mom. So becoming a woman and everything all came around me being a mother, right? So just the experience of being a mom since 17. Yep. Having my great grandmother in my life. Having 3 grandmothers in my life, having my father, yep, but having aunties and whatnot, seeing how they raised their children, raising my children, how they raised their children, yeah, I was knocking it out the park. It was no reason why she should even wanted to leave, right? Because that's the way he made it seem as if she wanted to go. She wasn't happy, but she was happy to me. All my children were. Why? Because that was a focus for mine. That was a goal. Yeah. And then raising my little brothers after my mom passed away. Yeah, I was in my early 20s when I got them. I wasn't even old enough to be their mama. So I had to learn as I go. I had to grow as a parent. I had to grow as a woman real fast because I got children now that are older that I have to tend to, go to school with, go to parent-teacher conferences, go to events, be around people the same age as my mama. You know what I'm saying? So the experience of it all. Yeah. Fix it, Jesus. Yeah. How was there no place for me? Yeah. My brother made a post yesterday, and I asked his permission to read it. My little brother Jay, who I raised, I got him when he was like 5 or 7. No, he was 5. Chris was about to turn 7. Yep. So I raised my little brother, right? So I raised him with my children. Always clarified I was his sister, but I raised him like he was my child, right? So yeah, he made a post yesterday, and I asked his permission to read it, so I'm going to read it to you. He said, I'm not sure if I'm depressed. I'm not sad, but I'm not happy either. Like I'm seriously I just wake up and kind of get through my day because I have to. But I never feel any motivation. I can joke and laugh with people, but once I'm alone, I don't even know what to feel. Life is weird, man. Now, he wrote that yesterday, and that's how he's feeling, right? And for me to have raised him like my son, it hurts me as a sister/mom not to be able to help him. There is nothing that I can do to take the pain away, to make him not feel sad, and make him not be depressed, right? So when I tell y'all in Coffee and Conversation how my children were exposed to everything that I tried to shelter them from, depression was something that I sheltered them from. Yep. I made ease of everything that we was dealing with. I made logical sense of everything. That anytime they was sad, I did whatever I could to make them happy. Like there was no depression didn't have no place in our home. None. I made sure they supported one another emotionally. That way, if one of them was dealing with something, they can call the other and talk to. They can lean on each other. So that's why when I tell you, when my daughter lost somebody on her dad's side, it was important for us to get up in the middle of the night and go over there to support her emotionally, to help her get through. So that emotional support, that mental stability, everything, that was a goal of mine, especially because mental health runs in my family. So I want to make sure I do everything, all the precautions, anything possible to make sure that it don't take my kids. So for them to be going through it right now, and all of us feel the way he feels. So his statement is for all of us. And I don't think anybody would deny it. Yeah, so his statement is for all of us, right? So the sadness, the depression, yeah, it's real for us. It's real for us. So when I do our timeline, fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. Let me find my place. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. This is how all of us feel. So when I do our timeline to try to figure out when everything changed, it was 5 years ago when the baby left. So it's not to say that just because she left that we wouldn't be going through nothing and we wouldn't be sad. But look at all the years that we weren't sad when she was in our life. Look at all the years that we weren't depressed when she was in our life. Why is it ironic that as soon as she leaves and not a part of our life, everybody's sad and everybody depressed? That don't make sense to you? It's easy to connect the dots. That's what I do. That's a part of my job in my program. So to go back and realize that that's the reason why, it's something to that, right? So all the feelings that those children feel when they're going through a divorce, the separation, a new school and all that, we bypassed all of that. My kids didn't deal with none of that. But now, just up to 5 years ago, they are. Come on, baby. It don't make sense. Yep, my daughter was 20. My son, he was 28? Jeremy was 30. Yep. By me being a conscious parent, we dodged all of that. Yep. I raised my kids to be leaders. Yep. So I didn't deal with a lot of them following up behind people, peer pressure, them making dumb decisions. Yeah, they were leaders. People followed them and did what they was doing, right? So the terrible teens, the rebellious state. We didn't deal with none of that. They wasn't challenging me. They was good kids. They was good young adults. Jay was on his own. My son was with his family on his own. My oldest daughter was in nursing school, a nursing program, and the baby was at Cass Tech 5 years ago. Nothing in our lives changed. Nothing in my life changed. Nothing should have changed. Nothing should have changed. So for it to be a change, it impacted my family greatly. Tore us apart, brought in disorders. We struggling where we shouldn't be. Oh my God, everything that I tried to shelter them from, they've been exposed to. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. For the baby to leave, yeah, my life was perfect. So for her to leave with no contact, no communication, no relationship, why keep her from the people that love her? Why would anybody mess with her mind and make her think that we don't? So one reason that he might feel this way, abandonment. That might be one reason why he wrote that post. Yeah, because he did everything that he was supposed to do, yeah, to be in her life. He was a good uncle. The best that ever came. Yeah, he was a good uncle. Good uncle to her. He helped her. He helped raise her. Used to do her hair, cook for her, take her places. Yeah. He protected her. Right? Fix it, Jesus. Gave her good advice. Schooled her on these dudes out here. Put her up on game. Everything that an uncle's supposed to do for his little niece. He would lay his life down for her. Because I raised my boys to do so. You do whatever you got to do to protect us. Because as a man, that's what you're supposed to do. So if that means you got to do that, you do that. Whatever it may be. Because it's you or them. So yeah, they was brought up like that. So why would he take her from that? Why would he be the only defense that she has when she got other men in her family that's willing to stand up for her in that way? Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. Fix it, Jesus. Show her the way, school her, streets. In return of him doing all of that and being that person, he deserved to be in her life. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. So, yeah, he deserved to be that uncle. Yeah, he deserved a place. Yep. He did nothing wrong. Yep. So for a child not to do nothing wrong, for a person not to do nothing wrong, but made to feel like they have, the same way that divorce affects that child is if they feel like they're the reason why that child left, sometimes they feel that way too. So ain't no telling what's going on in his mind or his thoughts, but I do know this plays a part. Yeah. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it, Jesus. Yeah, she was a part of everybody's life. Like, soon as I dropped her off, when she was living with me, she was a part of everybody's life. Soon as I dropped her off, she was just a part of his life. I hate that I dropped her off that day. I hate that I did that, but I dropped her off because I thought we needed to cool down. That was the first time we had a heated exchange. That was the first time she raised her voice at me. She 15 and a half. That's the first time she ever talked to me in a way, said she want to go stay with her dad, like she don't want to. And there was no fight. There was nothing. It was like she popped. It was like so much pressure was put on her to make sure she say something that night that it was just a car full of emotion, anger, hatred, just a lot of stuff. So I said, this would be the best thing. Let me drop her off, because if I take her home, I'm going to physically discipline her. And 15 years old and you ain't disciplining this child, I'm falling into the category of the parents that I serve. Because the first thing come out my mouth is, you ain't never disciplined this child. But I had already instilled discipline. My kids ain't never challenged me. Why? Right? So for her to do so that night, the best thing was to get her somewhere else. Because if she come home with me, it ain't just going to be no whooping. Chances are, it's going to probably be a fight. Because she 15. Ain't no just getting no belt and whooping. This is if you whoop that shoe. I hit her, she going to probably hit me back. And we going to be in there tussling, and I'm going to win. Right? Not because I'm big or bad, it's because I know how to fight. Right? I come from the streets. Right? Survival is going to kick in. Right? So chances are, if I try to discipline you and you resist, it's going to be a problem, right? So that was the best thing. Drop her off over there. I didn't know that was going to be the last time I saw her. So she didn't say goodbye to nobody. She ain't take none of her stuff. All her clothes is still in her closet. Fix it, Jesus. Fix it. Yeah, I never knew that was going to be it. Yeah. Fix it, Jesus. Let me get on task. I can't believe I got through this. He was going to be closer to her so she wouldn't have to come here. Yeah, and it was rumored, because now he got her, that he was going to try to move closer to where she was going to school at, so she wouldn't even have to come. Why would anybody cause so much pain? Why would that baby want to cause me so much hurt and pain? That's when you know it's personal. That's when you know it got to be the baby mama and baby daddy, and got the feelings that they have for you, and the bitterness that they have because they haven't gotten over you. They still hurt, and it comes out through the baby when they use these manipulation tips and they do all these tactics and whatnot. So her being out my life is a reflection of him feeling the way that he feel about me because I left him. He was a sorry-ass husband. He was cheating and he was abusive, and I left him. She should be happy that me as a woman did that. Not turn against me and be mad at me because I did that. She should be happy that I was strong enough as a woman to leave a relationship like that and not stay. So yeah, my world is chaotic. We're going to get back into it tomorrow because this is part of the mental health. I'm trying to get you back into the mental health, but this was a small little break to get us back in. So that's it, y'all. I ain't did nothing. I ain't put no shoes away. Y'all got me up here doing this goddamn coffee and conversation. All right, y'all, I got a lot of work to do. I'll be back when I'm done. Who is this? Instagram. Oh, you want to see so far? Oh, shoot. Let me turn the camera. Make life easier on everybody. Yeah, so the purses ain't going to stay there, but they there for now. So yeah, I'm still building. Still building. I know I got a long way to go. Let me shoot some waves out. Yep, I got y'all set up in the closet. In the closet. Ain't a song. I hope y'all enjoy y'all Tuesday. I had a rough yesterday, but I'm good. Here I come on TikTok and Facebook. Here I come. Here I come. Here I go. Here I go. And I'm gone. Instagram. Who is this? TikTok. Yeah, I'm not finished yet. Work in progress. These shoes will be off the floor today. I'm gonna put up some more hooks for the belts and the purses. So I'm gonna put another shelf in the middle. I know I was supposed to do it the other day, but I didn't. Here I come, Facebook. And I'm going to start downstairs, y'all. I got my paint, so I'm going to paint my floor so I can move my pool table over. I'm going to build a bar. Yep, I thought about it. I seen some online. But I said, you know what? I got the material in the back. I'm going to go on and build it. I'm going to put a shelf right there. Y'all know I was supposed to do that, but I didn't do it yet. But I'm going to do it today. So, yeah, I'm going to finish putting these shoes up. And that's it for your girl. I'm out.